Hey, y'all, it's freaking cold out here. It's just like 25 degrees out here in the garage. It's like the perfect weather to build some turbo manifolds, right? Okay, so I got the rest of these in the mail today. This is the one I've already opened. 3 more just like it. Plenty enough to do tonight, so I'm going to start with probably this manifold, getting it lined out how I want it lined out, figure out exactly where I want to cut. We'll get the Sharpie out, make a mark, get our angle right. I've got a little piece of old copper pipe that I'm going to use to kind of pick my angle with, coming down and across, so I can get it just the way I want it. That'll help me decide how I want it leaned forward or backwards. So I'll start with this one, probably do this one later. This one's probably going to take a while. I've got some other random tools out that I'll show y'all in a minute to help me do this work. Let's go one piece at a time. Alright, so I kind of thought about it for a minute, and I think the best way to go is just put a little bit of angle on this. I'm going to start here, but I'm going to go flat back there with the flange, basically where GM welded it right here on the back side. I'm going to cut through that, so the cut will be flat with this on the back, and maybe, you know, that's what, 1/2 inch off of this, so it'll be leaned back just about 1/2 inch. That way when it comes down, it'll come out more around here, away from the crank pulley, but not too close to the radiator that it gets in the way. The radiator mounts are actually down here on the core support, but you know that there's some other stuff that mounts in there too. I forget exactly what it was. I think that's for the undercarriage stuff, so whatever. I can all cut this out if I wanted to. I just don't want to cut everything. I want this still to be a street car, not a race car. So I also went ahead and cut this off. I'm going to tell you what, Ford put this shit on there really good. The metal's super thick to hold on a little piece of crap smog pump. Heavy duty shit, man. It gave my saws off from Harbor Freight hell. So I pull this manifold off. Then we'll set it down over here on the floor on the cardboard and mark it up a little better. Make sure our V-band is lined up about right, and then cut her done. All right, so the manifold's off. I've got out my cheapo $50 welder. I got out my grinder so I can hit it with the flap wheel. Once I get it cut off, I may hit it with a combination of flap wheel, sawzall, cut-off wheel, grinder, whatever it takes to get this thing cut and flushed the way I want it. So when this is, obviously these manifolds are cast iron, heavy as shit, but they're cheap. And that's the reason I went with it. While LS manifolds aren't like the most amazing flowing, they're pretty good considering. So it's the cheapest way out. I paid a whopping, I think, $10 for these. But anyway, they're super cheap, super easy to do. However, it's cast iron, so you can't just weld this like you would a regular metal. It's thick. It absorbs the heat from the welder too quickly to get good penetration on the metal. What you have to do is kind of preheat it. You can use like a MAP gas torch. I've got one of those, but I also have a regular set of torches. I've got a few sets of torches. So I'm going to heat it up with the torch before I do it, get it good and hot, so that when I use the welder, it's got good metal with good heat, so the weld can penetrate really well against the V-band flange I'm going to put on there. I want that V-band flange to be nice and flat too, so, you know, whatever it takes. So I'm going to work on getting this nice and straight now, get my V-band flange and line it up and give her a cut. All right, flange has been successfully cut off. I just used the sawzall, went really slow. It cut it nice and smooth. It really did. It looks pretty good. It's not perfect, so what I'm going to do is, it's really close to good though, so I'm just going to take my grinder and grind off all these edges, and I'm probably going to grind a bevel down on the outside to where it points in just a little, all the way around, point in, so I get a nice good surface to weld this to. I want it to be nice and solid. I don't want to miss any gaps or anything. This all needs to be good. So take your time and get it right the first time. Halfway there though. Probably maybe not halfway, but we're getting there. It's starting to get good and hot. When she's hot enough, I'm gonna tack it on. All right, it ain't gotta be pretty, but it's on there. I went ahead and put the V-band around it so it would kind of tighten down and hold on to it while I got it on there. Yes, my wheels are ugly. I don't care. It's all getting wrapped in exhaust wrap. So V-band on. I'm gonna go put it on the car and kind of see how it sits. All right, there we go. So, you know, kind of in hindsight, it probably would have been best to angle it a little more like this to get it a little more flush. But I kind of like that it's kicked out a little bit because it gets away from where the accessories might be. I haven't decided whether I'll do a low mount or high mount alternator or what. So kind of like that it comes out where it comes out at. We will come straight on out of here. And when we do this pipe on this one, we can kind of angle it a little bit if we need to. Get the angle that we want. We'll come right on down here, turn, and spit right out over there to where our manifold's going to be. But I tell you what, it's like 1:30 a.m. The garage is full of welding smoke, so I'm probably going to stop for the night. We'll probably pick back up on this tomorrow. Hey, a couple days later, haven't really done anything. If you're wondering why, well, was rocking some kidney stone pains last couple days, and that sucks. So I got the one manifold done, did a little measuring, got the carp on jack stands, and got to work the next day and started feeling it. And I was like, you know what? This ain't gonna work. So took a little bit of time off and healed up some. So the good news is I have, I believe, sourced a trailer, and I'm on my way now to go look at it. Found a really good deal. I think what's a really good deal. So I'm on the road now to go get it. We'll see how it looks, how bad it is, or how good it is, and hopefully we'll have this bitch hitched up and on the road back to the house. So more details when I get there. All right. So guy was super cool. He just making sure everything. I got it pulling behind the truck now. Didn't really video it while I was there. I looked it over. It's in pretty decent shape. It looks a little ugly, but the thing is solid as a rock. It's got massive steel rails under it. Sorry, all these damn bumps. It's got a massive steel deck. I looked at the tow hitch on it. The tow hitch is a little wonky, doesn't look so great, but it's okay. Looked at the tow hitch and it says 30,000 pounds it'll hold. Mustang is going to weigh like 2,700 maybe. So a Mustang plus a four-wheeler to shit around with at the track should all fit on there at one time. Only it's such a heavy-duty trailer. Like, I'm looking at it back there. You can see it there in the back. Yeah, there we go. It's so heavy-duty that when you're going down the road without a load on it, it just uses one axle. It doesn't have any weight, so it lifts one axle up. That's pretty cool. The tires are shot. It has brakes on the rear axle because that's the one that bears most of the load. However, the brakes don't work. He told me that. Also, a few of the lugs are busted. It's got the super wide 5 like mobile home pattern hubs on it. So some of the lugs are busted off. It's not the end of the world because the trailer holds so much fucking weight. It could probably work with one axle. So I'm not super worried about that. However, it's a little ugly, it's a little rusty, a little nasty. I don't really care. Need some tinkering, and we tinker. Whatever. So anyway, I'll stop up here when we get a little closer. We'll get some video of it. And I'll show y'all what's what. Alright, here we go. So as you see, it's ugly. It's got this mesh plate floor, and that bitch is all steel. It's like 16th inch plate steel, man. It's like heavy duty shit. All these rails here are C-channel that have been notch welded, so it's heavy duty. It's not just like L bracket. And like I was saying, the trailer is so heavy that it's begging for weight, and one axle actually doesn't even touch the ground going down the road. This wheel bearing is a little wonky. It's got a little bit of play to it, whatever. I'd already checked this one when I was back at the other house. It doesn't. Tires are a little hot. Like I said, they're shot. All the lugs on this wheel are, well, I'm actually missing one lug here. See? It's a wide 5 pattern. It's total shit. And I'm curious if my manual tire changer will actually lock onto this so I can pull these tires off. If they don't, I'll have to take them and get them done. That kind of blows. But I can get a different hub and different electric wheel brake cylinder thing with a 5 on 4.5 pattern. It's basically like a Chevy bolt pattern. I can just get any Chevy wheels and put them on there, and it'll be all right. I'm not going to haul anything heavy. This thing was used to carry bobcats. Lift gate. It's a heavy duty ass lift gate too. It's going to be a son of a bitch to lift up and down by myself. Tire's not as hot, and like I said, this one, little bit of slop in the wheel bearing, not too terrible. It's got this wonky ass hitch that you have to flip this down and it slides forward. Loud ass cars, sorry. It slides forward and goes under the ball and goes down, and when it slides forward and goes down, this is supposed to pull up, keep it from sliding, only it still slides. So we'll have to figure out something on how to fix that, or cut it off and replace it. Here's where it says 30,000 pounds. ICC rated at Rockford, Illinois. So anyway, I've checked the bottom. It's rust free, nothing heavy. It's all surface rust. Nothing a wire wheel and some paint can't take care of, y'all. So also this lift jack thing here is broke. The handle snapped off. The cylinder's bad on the inside. I'm going to cut it off with a cutoff wheel and change it to another one. No big deal. Maybe even get one of those fancy electric ones. I'd like to mount a winch on it also. Anyway, I'm on the side of the road. I just want to stop before the daylight went out. So let's get to the house. EcoBoost. All right, everybody. So finally got back to the house. I got the car up on jack stands. The temperature's dropped crazy low. It's about 17 degrees outside right now, which means in this garage it's about, I don't know, I can see my breath, 20 something. Stupid. So anyway, what we're gonna do is wait till tomorrow. I've got no rush, whatever. I got the trailer parked out here beside the garage. I'm gonna get some paint for it soon. I'm gonna knock off some of the rust spots with wire wheels, and we'll get a roller and some paint, and we'll roll it on and make it look better. I'll get started on the other manifold on this tomorrow. So anyway, everybody, we'll get this posted. I want to thank everybody for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Here's a couple videos for you guys to watch. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace.